Clap for James B. Connolly. Clap loud. This is all he has. Clap for Jim. Just for the record, when a comic tells you that he graduated from Harvard, that's comedy language for Glendale Community College. So just know that, I graduated means a year and a half. That's how that works. That's my friend Jim. I was driving today, and on the radio, there was a PSA, nice public service announcement to help all of us in California. This is from the MTA, and they were saying, every year, every month in California, 3 people get hit by trains. So when you see tracks, think trains. This is where it gets great. For more information, what more information is there? What else do you need? I want to call the 1-800 number. Yeah, hey, I'm looking at the tracks. In my brain, I'm thinking train. What now? Oh, get off the tracks. Oh, thank you. That's unbelievable. And really, if you need a PSA to warn you to get out of the way of a moving train, should we bother? I mean, maybe that's an appropriate way to just thin the herd a little. That's all I'm saying. It's just sometimes we just seem stupid as a society. It's every day. I was watching television. There's a guy, fancy science man, and he was, we've genetically modified this tomato so the bugs won't eat it. Yeah, he said it like he was bragging. I heard a warning. I heard, watch out, we've totally fucked up tomatoes. That's what I heard. Because the bugs are refused. Bugs are not the most finicky of diners, is my point. Okay? What you're saying is that a bug will literally fly over your tomato to get to a pile of poop. Just not happy about that. I had a weird dilemma the other day. I hope it revolves around fruit. Fruit matters. Fruit's important. You like fruit, man? Kinda? Yeah, I like fruit. That's a good point. So here's a little background so you understand what happened. You obviously, fruit people. Just you gotta. My girlfriend and I have been together for like 16 years, and shut up. That's not the joke. And it's a mixed relationship. I'm a Jew from New York, and she's trash from a trailer. So no, don't owe that. It's fine. She knows. It's not a secret. Nor is it a derogatory judgment. It's just the reality. She's a trashy girl from a trailer, and so she doesn't understand things like fruit. She doesn't, because there's not a lot of fruit in the trailer. Like seasons, she doesn't get seasons because it's always spam season. So it's just no, it's not a critique. Listen, there's cultural differences. We accept each other for cultural. I mean, there's common ground too. Like she shops at a 99-cent store, and I truly appreciate that. But sometimes the differences create a little bit of friction, you know what I mean? And so what happened is she came home, and she's wonderful, and she does the shopping, and she purchases me fruit, which is nice. It's never ripe or in season, but she's trying. And she's being kind. Although it's very frustrating when somebody screws up and purchases a shitty watermelon, you know what I mean? So that's a huge piece of fruit to have to work around in your fridge, you know what I mean? Like when you realize it's a bad watermelon and it's huge, you can't throw it away because that's wasting a lot of food, but you can't eat it because it's a crappy watermelon. Anyways, thanks for going with me on that. Anyway, she was all excited about fruit, which is a nice moment for me and for us as a couple. So she was all excited. She was like, honey, I got mangoes. And I was fired up because I love me a mango, you know what I mean? And so I was excited. I was like, let's crack open one of these delicious mangoes that you proudly purchased. And I reached for the mango, and it was a pear. And that's a weird moment, and I didn't want to be visibly shaken by an error of that magnitude. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to get into it. And I realized culturally, maybe she's just never seen a pear outside of its natural can habitat. So, so I'm trying to be understanding of all of this. And like I said, don't get me wrong. She knew that I was a little disappointed. I was like, hey, that's not mango. That's really just a pear. And she said, you have to say just a, which is weird. And so I was just trying, I'm not anti-pear. I'm very, it would really break my heart if you people accuse me of being anti-pear. I'm pro-pear, I'm in favor of pears. You know what I mean? If you showed up, he was like, hey Dave, let's crack open this pear. I'd be very excited to share a delicious pear with you. Probably get some cheese, we'd do it up right. So I am pro-pear, not anti-pear. But the truth is, when I've been led to believe that I'm getting a mango, right? And then it turns out that actually I'm just getting a pear, that does feel like a fruit downgrade. That's all I'm saying. And so I guess I was a little visibly disappointed. But it's like this, it's like if I'm going salsa dancing with a hot island lady, you know what I mean? I'm all excited, and then I get there and she's just a pear. That's kind of the feeling. A pear, pretty much the English professor of fruit. That's my point. So we had a little dilemma there with the fruit. So I can't quite figure out. I still am not okay. I was like, hey, how did this happen? And she said, well, the sign at the supermarket said mango. And I was like, I shop at the same Ralph's she does, and, I know Rodrigo, the produce manager, and he works on Sundays when she went shopping, and there's no way he's going to fuck that up. So it's just, you know what I mean? Why would you blame a produce professional for your ignorant trailer trash error? You know what I mean? That's just what happened. I'm just saying it's not appropriate to blame him. He had nothing to do with it. You just got to take your curmudgeons. So we do live here in Burbank, and before I moved in with her here in Burbank, I lived in Hermosa Beach, which means beautiful beach. And I liked it down there. And she was like, hey, you got to come to Burbank. And I was like, there's no beautiful beach in Burbank. Yay, Burbank. There you go. Yay. I'm not shitting on Burbank yet. I was just pro-beach and not anti-Burbank. It's just that I'm led to believe that there's going to be a sunset and a beach and I end up with a lawn and disappointment. It's just not the same thing. So anyway, so I agreed to move to Burbank with her because she owned a home and I had a shitty apartment. So it was Burbank for us. But when I moved in, it was kind of a touching moment because I said, I'll move in with Burbank with you and we'll build a life and I'll plant a garden, get 2 beagles, it'll be awesome. I said, but I want you to do one thing for me. And she's like, oh, what is that? I said, I want you to make coffee for me every morning. And she was like, is that it? And I was like, oh, shit. I should have aimed a little bit higher. That was my point. But coffee matters. I'm an addict, so I appreciated that. And she said she would make coffee for me every morning. And I was like, what can I do for you? And she said, I want you to kill spiders. And I'm like a peace, love, let's have a pair kind of guy. And I don't want to kill stuff, but I loved her more than I hated killing spiders. So I was like, I'll kill spiders for you. So for how many every year she's been making coffee, I've been killing spiders. I'm very good at my work. The other day I was in my kitchen and noticed there was a large spider on the cabinet behind me. It surprised me because I was thinking about fruit. I was thinking, oh, she said she got green apples, I'm probably going to have to make guacamole. So I turned to face this spider who I'm going to kill, and I don't know whether the spider was familiar with my work, but it panicked, and it jumped off the front of the cabinet down into the toaster below. Now, as a Jewish person, I would like to say that I hesitated. It seems it would have been culturally appropriate for me to have taken a moment and thought about my people. But I didn't. I just fried the freaking spider. That's what happened. Don't applaud that. A moment later, my girlfriend comes into the kitchen, and she sees me standing in front of the toaster and says, "Hey, what are you toasting?" Which is a ridiculous question because it's a toaster. So I froze because I couldn't say, "Oh, I'm toasting a spider," because I made a pact of death with you 14 years ago, and I honor my commitments despite the fact that these people are judging the fact that we're not married. I couldn't say that because I'd have to purchase a new toaster, so I just said, "Oh, nothing," which is ridiculous. Stupid. If you walked in on him and he admittedly was toasting nothing, wouldn't you have a follow-up question? She had no follow-up question. She just looked at me, went over to the bread basket, got 2 pieces of rye bread. I know, I was surprised too. She's a Wonder Bread girl. The moment the bread hit the toaster, at that moment I knew I would be eating spider toast. I was fine, I was okay with that. It felt good and pure and right, you know what I mean? Because for 14 years I've been killing spiders, hadn't eaten a single one. What kind of a dick hunter kills stuff and doesn't eat it? So I was fine, I didn't mind at all. Now, a moment later, she's spreading butter upon the toast, and in one piece there is something that is clearly neither bread nor butter. So I just said with great fortitude and conviction, "Honey, can I have a piece of toast?" And she looked at me and she said, "Oh, if you had wanted toast, you could have made toast." So at that moment, I did not say a word. I did not open my mouth one bit. But in my mind, I thought, "Bitch, you're going to eat a spider." So that's exactly what happened. Hey, you guys have been a ton of fun. Thank you so much.